Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Jason. I'm a channeler, and I have a bunch of motorcycles in the background, the motorcycle gang in the background. Um, so, welcome to Daily Dose of Hope, day 110. And so, Daily Dose of Hope is just that. It's just a little dose of hope and for these crazy times that we're going through, these transition times, where we're going from one frequency, from one way of being to another way of being. And things can get pretty wacky because what's happening is that things that are not made of love are falling away. So any structures that are not made of love will not be able to sustain their energy. And so that's what we're going through at this moment. And so that's why my guides guided me to come on and do this, if I wanted to, and I wanted to. So, the Daily Dose of Hope has three parts. First is a bit of a talk about what's going on in the world or in the world, and then a channeling, and then a pocket of peace, which is a guided meditation. So, let's begin. First, I wanted to talk about this. I thought this was funny. Just it's not related to anything, but um, I've always been attracted to like computers and computer programming, and when I was a kid, when I was in like elementary school. Um, well, the first thing I wanted to be was a monkey. I was told I could be anything, and I was like, "Okay, I'll just be a monkey." And then I was told that's not feasible, so I was like, "All right, then I'll be a electronic engineer." That was my dream. I wanted to kind of make all kinds of crazy inventions, and problem was, and still is, even with computing, is that I have no affinity for it. I've no affinity for math, no affinity for engineering, any of these things. And so recently, so I'm talking about this because recently I saw this computer that's this like tiny computer that you can make yourself, and I was looking at it and I got really excited about it. And I thought that's strange. Like, why would I be excited about this computer? Because like I don't know anything about how to create it or make them. And as far as like programming languages, I think for me there's a mystique to it. It's just kind of interesting as a story. But once I start actually getting practical and saying, okay, I'm going to learn how to do this, I just can't do it. There's like a veil, and I always wondered what that was all about. And it just happened recently too. I was thinking, maybe I should learn this programming language, just for fun, just because it's interesting to me. And my guides came in and like, "What are you talking about? What are you thinking? Are you not thinking right now?" They were kind of upset. They're like, and this is not the time to be doing that, is what they told me. And that makes sense, um, but what the reason they told me too is that I thought this is funny, is that so my one of my star seed families, they're called the lathorians, and they are um, a transhuman race, basically, right? They included, they became kind of like, yeah, they tried to advance their race using artificial intelligence, and it backfired on them. So they got really, really advanced, and then they couldn't make children anymore, and and so they sent people like me, and there are others on this planet as well, to relearn all of the lower emotions. And so they were like, "What are you doing?" And like, well, you come from an AI planet, you know all this stuff already. What are you doing? You're here to learn about the emotions, to learn about the stories, and like this stuff. If you want to learn it here, it's what we know is so much more advanced. You've already gone through all this stuff. Why would you? I thought that was funny. Um, and Yeah, and I guess that's why there's a mystique to it. There's something about it that I was like, "Oh, this is very interesting to me." There's some mystique, but it's veiled so that I don't go into it. So every time I try to get interested, and I'm like, "Oh, this," and it just, my eyes gloss over, and it's like, "No, whoa, I don't know, I don't know what this is all about." um, and so, speaking of the lower, emotions. So our emotions are also related to our chakras, and what a lot of these advanced groups do is they try to limit the experience that they have on their planet, so that, for example, if there's no hatred, and no fear, and no choice to feel hatred or fear, then there can be no war. Beautiful, wonderful, right? That's what they kind of think. They get really advanced, and it's like, no, 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 no. Like, without the choice, you're cutting off certain things, certain necessities. You need to be able to have a bit of those choices to be able to choose, even though it's a bit dangerous. That is part of our, like, human function. That's part of our function, I guess, of all different beings that are of our kind of type. In order for us to procreate, so we can't cut that off. We can, but then we won't be able to survive as a race, and that's what happened with them. And that's why, like, this whole transhuman thing is just like so silly. Now it's like, you guys, don't you realize that how many societies have tried this and they've failed? Um, but yeah. Anyway, so the idea, yeah. So for me, speaking of the lower chakras, like, one of the chakras that I always have problems with is the solar plexus. I often have problems with kidneys, like kidney problems, and also with, I guess it's with the adrenals, and that, especially when I channel a lot, it tends to get me there. And so I think that was interesting, because I'm trying to master that chakra. We didn't have that chakra available on our planet, and so that's the one that kind of keeps getting me. And so I wanted to talk about that, and also just a review. I was looking back on my sound healing book, and there was, this is something that I think it's really important to remember, is that our endocrine system and our chakras are directly related. So, for example, our crown is our pineal gland. Your third eye is your pituitary gland. Your throat is your thyroid. Your heart is the thymus, and your solar plexus is the pancreas and the adrenals, and the root is the testes and the ovary. And so it's all connected. It's so both spiritual and physical at the same time, and they intertwine and interact. But so that's all I wanted to talk about. I thought it was funny that they were scolding me for wanting to get into, like, computers and stuff. I can definitely say that I don't really have a knack for it. I worked for a few years, as a tech assistant, and yeah, you probably wouldn't want me as your, well, maybe now I could probably do a little bit better, but yeah, at the time, yeah. um, but so anyway, so let's just get into a channeling. So today, I'm just going to ask, uh, yeah, what is going on in the world. I was knocked out again by some energy. Um, I think it was people energy, but yeah. Um, and then I always have to kind of process that right through my kidneys, and so then it gets, yeah, it's like a cycle. um, so what are we at? June 18th. Wow, June 18th. I started these on February 18th, 2024. So it's been a few months. Wow. So yeah, so let's ask them, if they have anything to add to any of these ideas, or what's the advice for today for all of us. There we go. Greetings. We are that one that you know of as Esmeralda, and we are here and we are not here at the same time. We are here on your planet, but we are here on another dimension. You understand that there are actually many different dimensions happening at the same time within your planet, and what you are doing is coming to the realization of that dimension. You are reaching up to that reality. You are connecting to a reality that exists, and that is what is happening on your planet at this moment, and that is why things can be very, very wacky on your planet at the moment, as you're going through a transition, as you're going through a wonderful time, a wonderful tumultuous time, the ride of your lives, when time is sped up and everything's flying by so quickly. Time, of course, is flying by so quickly, but also all of these events and all of these opportunities are flying by. And there are so many opportunities for growth at this moment, so many opportunities that are presented to you now so that you can work on them, and that so that you won't need to work on them ever again. That so that this will be the final third dimensional uh, birth, final third dimensional birth, and so that you can then travel on to the higher dimensions within your physical body, and you won't have to repeat this earth experience, or well, the third dimensional earth experience, and you will be able to experience uh, different dimensions within this body. And that is what is happening as well. And so you're being given many different opportunities to grow, and because of that, it can be very tiring. It can be very tiring because the energy has increased, and not only the energy has increased for you, but it has increased for everyone around you as well. And so that is quite a potluck dinner, you might say. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of energy in this pot at this moment, and it is the energy of everyone experiencing everything all at once, and then projecting at times that to others as well. That is one thing that is happening as well, is that many of the people on this planet aren't aware of where they are. They are still asleep in the sense that they are not aware of their emotions, and they are controlled by their emotions, which means they're controlled by their ego, which means they're controlled by the matrix system. They're controlled by the stories that are told them, and the stories make them feel fear, make them feel anger, make them feel happy, make them feel sad, but they cannot find the inner peace. They can only find these brief glimpses of happiness and sadness that are presented to them on their TV screens, or on their smartphone screens, or on their social media screens, but they can't find that inner peace because it has been blocked from them. Well, they have blocked it from themselves, and they have let their emotions overrun, because they don't understand that ability, that is their power, that is what they are here, and that is what they're here to try to overcome. And this is not a positive or a negative thing. This is just what it is. This is the situation. What all of you do, all of you come down here with this forgetfulness of not understanding, and then you grow through understanding. But what is happening now on your planet is that this is a grand awakening, and so all of these things are happening. And what is happening is that it's very hard for to be asleep. It is very hard to be asleep because the messaging system has gone haywire, has gone crazy. So what before was a feeding system, you might say, for your ego, it was a feed, as you call it. You were being fed images, you were being fed ideas, you were being fed philosophies, you were being fed feelings. And what is happening now is that the feeding system has gone haywire. And so those who are feeding on this system don't understand what is going on, and they cannot sustain this sleep state anymore, because it is too chaotic. And that is by design as well. That is by design, in order to shake them a bit awake, so that they can see what is happening and they can connect with their emotions, and so that they can be given a chance to make a big decision, make this decision on whether or not they want to travel into a higher frequency. And so that is what is happening. And that is why, on the surface, things can seem quite strange, because it is a shaking up in that sense. It is a falling away of all that did not serve love, or not all that was not aligned to love. And then also, in that sense, it is an awakening of those who are asleep to their true power, asleep to their emotions, asleep to their ability to find peace wherever they are, whatever they're doing, that they don't need any of these systems. They can turn them all off, and they can find such peace and such deep fulfillment, because that is your natural state. That is your default state. And what we would say is that is the neutral state. The neutral state, many of you think that a neutral state is one that is void of emotions, one that is a stoic state where you are not thinking one way or another. But no, no, no. The neutral state is your natural state, and that is the state of peace and of fulfillment and of love. That is what the neutral state is. Do not be fooled by these words, by the way that they sound. What the neutral state is you now in connection with all there is. That is the neutral state, because that is the real state. That is you when you are not connected to this reality, but you are understanding that you are so much more than this reality. And that is what is happening. That is what is happening on your planet. And this is the awakening. And the feeding systems will getting more and more chaotic. So more and more people will start to shake themselves out of the sleep that they're in. And once they are awake to everything, it will be a state of shock, because they will not have a long period of time to handle everything. And that is where all of you come. That is where all of you come in. You are here to help with this transition, to guide them, to help them to find their way. Like when they come to you, they ask asking these questions: where am I going? How is going in this world? And you can tell them all. You can say that nothing is really going on. Everything is going on. That all the only thing that is happening is to fall away of things that are not love, and a moving into the place of love. And so on the surface, it might seem very chaotic. Underneath it, it's full of peace and of love. And that is what you can tell them. You can tell them that, and they will hopefully understand, depending on where they are, where they want to be, where they have chosen to be as well. You see, when you do come down here, you choose where you will be. You know before you come, you know the steps that will happen, and you know the whole story. There are times when you might make a choice that will be I might say shocking to the blueprint, but for the most part, that is always a part of the blueprint. There are very few parts of the narrative, parts of the plot that you have created that fall outside of the screenplay that you have created. And is a rare occurrence of that. So understand that their oversouls and their higher selves understand this whole situation, and it is a beautiful situation, it's a beautiful experience for everyone involved, one of soul expansion, of soul growth, and also one of breaking through a matrix. To be able to witness a breaking through of a matrix with your very own eyes, what a present, what a gift to all of you, because then you can break through all of the matrices all throughout the universe, and you can teach. You can be teachers. You can be teachers, or you can be the breakers. You can break the universes, break the matrices in other universes as well. You can come in as a figure to create that change. We are that one that you know of as Esmeralda. Mm. All right. So, yeah, that's a lot of stuff. So let's go into the pocket of peace. And today's pocket of peace will be about what should we do? Breaking the matrix, or let's do it about bringing the peace. Yeah, let's bring the peace to the people that are awakening to their own emotions, awakening to where they are. Um, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so this is a pocket of peace for everyone, but also especially for those people that are kind of being jolted awake a bit, and they're not sure what's going on. And so it's just a bit of a calming for them. We'll just put this up into the mass consciousness so they can, whenever they feel it, they can just feel this relaxation. And I've got my solar plexus bowl today. So here we go. Pocket of Peace, day 110. So I'd like you to take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Beautiful. All right. So now I'd like you to imagine that you're surrounded by this mist of unconditional love that just surrounds you and caresses you and makes you remember that you are uh, unconditionally loved, that there's nothing that you have to do, be, say, nowhere you need to go. You are loved as you are at this moment. You're perfect. And there's nothing that you need to regret. There's nothing that you need to worry about. The future and the past, they don't exist here. You're just here. And you're vacation from time in this neutral state, in the state of just absolute and utter peace. And I'd like you to spread this energy out or expand this energy out into your room and then into the town, into the city where you are, and then out into the country of your whole country. And then the whole world. The whole world is surrounded by this pocket of peace, this mist of unconditional love. And just imagine everyone around the world, they're just stopping what they're doing and just saying, oh, I feel so good. I don't know what this is, but it's wonderful. I haven't felt so relaxed and so okay for such a long, long time. I feel good. Oh, I'm at peace. I feel like I'm loved. I don't have anything to worry about. There's nothing to regret. I'm just here, just feeling this connection with everything and everyone. Just love. It's just love and just peace. So relaxing. Good. And then I'd like you to imagine, those people that might be in a state of fear at the moment. They might be shocked by everything they're seeing. They might be scared. And just let this light just go around them and just hug them like a warm blanket of unconditional love. And it just tells them, and it tells everyone, tells you as well, you're okay. You're going to be fine. Everything's okay. You're in good hands. This is the most beautiful time to be on the planet now, this time. It's okay. You're going to be okay. You're just approaching love, just a higher frequency of love. And it's all inside of you. All you need to do is take a deep breath. Just feel that peace that's inside of you, that love. Just connect with who you truly are. Yeah, feel that love. Yeah, and then I'd like you to just expand that energy out throughout the whole world, so the whole world's just feeling that energy. And then just expand it out to the whole universe. The whole universe is just expanding with this energy of unconditional love. Anyone, anything, any being anywhere that's in fear is just picking up on this energy and just taking a step back. You can imagine beings from many different galaxies, beings on different dimensions, all just picking up on this energy. And they might be saying, what the heck are they doing down there? Who's doing that? And you can just say, we are. And so just send that energy out. And this is the pocket of peace to bring light and love to everyone throughout the universe. And so that we're all relaxed. And we're all connected because we're all one. We're all connected with God. And we are all love and loved. Just feel that we're all connected in this 1 second, in this one millisecond. We're just one. The whole universe is one. We are one. Whew. And then I'd just like you to, this pocket of peace is yours. You can use it whenever you need to. You can call in the energy that we've created now, or you can make it yourself. Just put it in your pocket and use it whenever you need it. And you can give it to people as a gift if you want to. Just give them the pocket of peace if you feel like they need it. You don't have to tell them. You can just kind of give it to them. You can bless them with unconditional love. All right. So All right, guys. So thank you very much for listening in. I hope you guys are all hopeful, and hopefully, if all goes well, I'll see you tomorrow. And so, ciao. Thank you. Yeah, again, thank you so much for listening. You guys give me hope. So by giving you hope, I get hope from as well. So thank you so much. So, ciao.